the issue with me? But she loves someone else. How do I deal with this? Well, welcome to a world of possibility, Valis. Just kidding, yeah, but it's true. By the way, in the real world, dealing with facts that the person we love is actually loves someone else could be such a horrible yet complicated issues. But let's admit it. In the imaginary world, we do enjoy such things, right? Growing up listening and watching dramatizing story, we love to immerse ourselves, love to involve, and love to experiencing it over and over. So here we are, recommends to you our top 10 arranged marriage Chinese drama where the female lead is in love with another man. As always, to catch me more content like this, give me a subscribe and let me know which drama list you want to see next.
既然你喜欢，以后这里就叫曼英阁。赠与你如何？
Love's better than immortality. Tells the story of a girl from modern times traveling to another world. By risking her eternal life, Chunhua decides to find her true love. Inhabits in another world, she entangled in a complicated love story between the arrogant and aggressive Sangguan Yu and the nice and gentle Xiao Bai. Chunhua apparently had an arranged marriage with Yu, but because Chunhua was not the real Chunhua at the time, Yu could only fool the girl by saying that he was her brother. Things get even more complicated when Chunhua aiming Xiao Bai as her idol man.
有话好说嘛，动什么刀啊？
放肆！还想冒犯少庄主？
少庄主，
Is risking her eternal life worth the love story she got? The Love by Hypnotic. For a diplomatic marriage, Princess Li Mingyu of Xiyu is sent to the neighboring state of Beishuan to marry Prince Zilishan. Although Shan is extremely disciplined, Mingyu is free-spirited and adventurous, which leads to bad first impression.
本王说了，让你安分点，你为什么就是不听呢？
对不起。
Reluctant to getting married, the two start pushing out the others and bickering to break the engagement. Things got even more complicated when Li Mingyu's childhood sweetheart came and asked her to return to their castles to get married. Nevertheless, Li Shan apparently has already having love in his heart. Unique Lady Part 1 tells the story of a crossworld traveler. Lin Luojing gets into a game that requires her to find her true love. In the game, she was matched with an arrogant and cocky prince called Zhong Wumei. They had each other at first, plus Lin Luojing was still on a mission to find her true love, making her loved by many men as well. Starting from jealousy, Zhong Wumei finally had a feeling for Lin Luojing. Will Lin Luojing has the same feelings toward Zhong Wu? Or will this be unrequited love?
蠢女人！
咱们先 PK 一发，再说谁蠢。
Forget You Remember Love. Handsome yet stubborn young CEO named Shan Junhao lost his memory due to an accident. This made him have a new identity as Song Hao. He has a fiancée and about to marry on the day when the accident happened. However, with his new identity, Dong Hao fell in love with Ye Shanyu, a smart and beautiful village girl. Does it mean losing your memory will losing your feelings too?
我是来祝福单总和范总监的。单总，范总监，祝福你们。
Siege in Fog. An arrogant third master of a powerful family fell in love at first sight with a pretty young maiden and used every means possible to force her hand in marriage.
从来没有被哪个女人拒绝过，也从来没有在哪个女人身上失过手。只要我愿意，全天下的女人都愿意嫁给我一连坎，享受我一家的荣华富贵。你以为你秦桑算个什么东西？
Despite her crush on another man, in the beginning of a courted marriage, she hates him and rejects all his advances and gestures of love. But their love story slowly develops after going through obstacles and times of war and chaos. However, things get complicated when her old flame returns and becomes her husband's assistant. Where will she stand? Marriage or feelings? Will she find her true love in the middle of dilemma? The Chang'an Youth. Due to depth of gratitude, Shen Yi continues to live as his best friend and is forced to marry the lover of her little friend named Tang Juhua. However, because he's smart and clever, she delayed the wedding by joining San Yiguan. Together with Tang Juhua, she dressed like a male and made friends with 4 other men. Suddenly, Shen Yi falls in love with Yang Qian, her friend who is also clever. With a strong gut, Shen Yi finally revealed her truth about her identity. Could you guess what happens next?
你还老当我面脱衣服呢！
那是因为你欺上瞒下，我不知道你是女儿身。
那我们有没有肌肤之亲？
一个女孩家，你在这胡说八道什么？
这手你碰过没有？这肩你搂过没有？腰搂过没有？
Aces of Love. The story of many lifetimes of romance between the flower deity and the fire deity. At first, Jinmi helped Xu Feng when he was dying after fighting his enemy. But it goes to something sweeter than they thought. Who knows? Xu Feng's brother from another mother, Ren Yu, who had the ambition to defeat Xu Feng, was attracted to Jinmi and have a plan so that he could marry Jinmi. As well as expected, the plan worked out. But Xu Feng, who already had feelings for Jinmi, defiantly against the marriage. Can you imagine how great the civil war that will happen when your brother from another mother took the woman you love? For your information, family drama also happens between the deities. The Romance of Tiger and Rose tells the story about a writer who gets into the story she wrote herself. Played a role as Chen Xianshan. Chen Xiaoshan married Han Shuo, a prince from a neighboring kingdom. Things got even more complicated when Bei Hang, Chen Xianshan's childhood boyfriend, began to have feelings for her and utters his feelings. Han Shuo was basically Xianxian's husband, was jealous and he felt Han Shuo's presence compete with him. Will Han Shuo is able to winning Xianxian's heart?
Anh
怪我给了你这个一根筋的人生，你这种人啊，基本上是告别偶像剧。
The Eternal Love tells the story of Xu Tan-er, who is arranged to marry to the younger brother of his lover, Mo Liancheng. The spirit of a girl named Xu Tiaoshan came from the future into her body and took over her life. Xu Xiaotan, who has now took Xu Tan-er identity, is living her waiting days with Mo Liancheng when her former lover Mo Yiwei intends to chasing her back. Will their love last eternal just like the title? Princess Silver. A story of an amnesia princess who met a prince that didn't want to marry her and how they find a place for themselves despite the complications of the time. Crown Princess wrongly engaged to General Fo Chou. In the times, Prince Wu Yo has already had feelings to the woman he had rejected in the past. Will their love story end happily?
“既然你喜欢，以后这里就叫曼英阁。赠与你如何？”
Well, that's the list of the top 10 arranged married Chinese drama where the female lead is in love with another man. It's exciting, isn't it? Don't forget to know the title. Thank you and see you on the next video.